Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609. I forgot to put my mic on. But anyway, I'm out here at the campground, the equestrian campground, the BLM campground near Capitan, New Mexico, on the way to Fort Stanton. It's called something Jagger Campground. They've got a few, I think 5 with water and electric. And then this is a loop that goes around on the side of the hookup campground. And it's free camping. And some of the sites have water, some of them don't, but it's free as far as I know. If you have water, it might be $5. But anyway, there's a guy in a casita straight ahead. But what you'll get to see here is some of the different ways people are camping. That guy's got him a Ram pickup and a casita. Can you imagine anybody being that ignorant, huh? To be pulling a casita with a Ram pickup. But having said that, we'll cruise on around here. He's got a pretty good setup. He's got one of those big V8 Rams, I think. It's an older model casita. I'm not sure what year, because they all look alike. But yeah, this loop, it is for dry camping. But the reason it's set up like this, they have places for horses. You know, they got the little pen so you can put your horse in there. So there's this guy in a casita, and we're going to come up here on a guy in a small Class C. And boy, I looked really closely at that. But the little old Class C's might as well be big old Class C's because they're kind of expensive. And anyway, I'm in the change mode again. And what am I going to change? I don't know. But there's something going on with me. I don't know, man. I just got the itch again. Well, it's not an itch. I mean, like I just want to go traveling and stuff. I just want to shuffle the deck. That is a Majestic. Okay, that looks like about a 20-footer, Class C Ford. Nice looking unit. That's if I ever got a Class C, that's the size I'd want right there. You know, that way you got to fold down your bed to sleep. But the good thing about it, it gets pretty good mileage. And I wonder what, I'd like to know the name of it, but maybe they got a tow vehicle. Let's see if I can see the name on the back. No, it does have a rear window though, but it's called a Majestic. I'll have to check that one out. But yeah, would I want to do that? I'm not sure, because the thing about like that setup there, if you don't have a tow vehicle, you know, whenever you get ready to go somewhere, you got to put your stuff away and all that. You know, like if you want to go take a drive like I'm doing now, just check things out, you'd have to put some stuff away, and you'd be driving around your house. Or if you want to go get groceries, same thing. So same way in a van, same. But yeah, they got vault toilet here. They're doing something here. I'm not sure if they're just adding more equestrian sites. I don't know that they're going to do any more hookup type sites, but they might be, because they've got some equipment in here and they've been busy doing something. This is on BLM land. This is on a BLM campsite near Fort Stanton, not too far from Capitan, New Mexico. And the good thing about Capitan, it's got a little grocery store, hardware store, a few places to get some good, if you want to eat out, they got some good food. But yeah, I'm kind of in the change mode again. And again, I want to mention this too. There was a guy that sent me an email here a month or so ago, maybe longer, and he was asking if I wanted to sell either one of my home bases. Well, he might want to contact me again. Again, by email, it'll be rusty78609@yahoo.com. I tried to find that email because there's a change coming. There's a change coming. Yeah, believe it or not, there was a realtor that contacted me about my home base in Kingsland, or near Kingsland. And there's God, he said, man, if you want to sell it. And anyway, he shot me a high price on it. And I mean, much more than I would have asked for it. And so well, if somebody wants it at that price, you tell them come get it. And yeah, so we'll explore it. I got an email from him today. He said that somebody had requested information and so forth. It's got some real advantages in that. In that area where I am, I'm near the Colorado River, and the Colorado River is controlled or regulated by the Lower Colorado River Authority in Texas. And they got some really stringent rules as to septic systems and stuff. So if you want to have a spot in their zone, it can be pretty costly. But I'm outside of their zone because he got a copy of their map showing how far it came from the river to where my property is near the Colorado River. I'm outside of it, fortunately, and that adds value, actually, rather than take away. It adds, because I don't come under their guidelines, and so that's great. So anyway, there's some people that are interested. I'm sure it's because of a lot of things, a lot of people moving into RVs and stuff, but I would never have thought that anybody would be interested in it at the price that he's asking. The realtor, not me. He shot me a number about what he thought it was. He shot me a low and high number on the property, and I know everybody's going to say, well, what is it? Well, I'll tell you. The low side was 40,000 and the high side was 50. I said, well, I won't take less than 50,000. That's it. I got 3 lots there with concrete and cover and all. I mean, it's a home. It's ready for your RV, and the same way here in Capitan. And I'm if somebody wanted that place in Capitan, because what I do is, if I could put enough cash together, then I could cash out another place where, I don't know, it just gives me something to do. And far as getting a Class C, B, A, D, I don't know. Would it matter to me? No, it gives me something to do, man. Life is an adventure, and I try to make it that way. I sit around, I've been coming up here regularly for 3 years, right into this little area, Capitan, New Mexico. It's a wonderful little community, it really is. And as far as settling there and building a home, that ain't gonna happen. As far as being here in the winters, that ain't gonna happen. So, it's just a place to come in the summers. It's a great spot. 3 years ago, I stayed at Mama Bear's in another place for most of the summer, and then in this area. And then last year, I stayed at Mama Bear and the place I acquired. And now I'm at the home base here in Capitan. But yeah, it's 35 and then 50 or what? Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. What would I do with that? I don't know, man. I'd be homeless. I'd be homeless. No. As long as I got my casita in my truck, I got a home. But what's going to happen in all these state parks and stuff and national parks? I can see right now the media and the politicians are going to drag this out forever. They're not going to fully open RV parks across the U.S. and national parks and stuff probably till July, if then. I mean, it's a mess to me. Of course, you people that live in cities, you're more affected by it than out here in the middle of nowhere, where as you can see, there ain't much going on here. And population of this little town's about 1,600. So, yeah, but no, this is a great little spot. Why would I leave this? I don't know. I mean, I just got it set up. People say, well, God, Rusty, you're nuts. Well, I am. You can get papers on me, you know what I mean? Do I care? No. And if I change my mind, it's mine, you know what I mean? I can't live anybody else's life, and they can't live mine, so, and, but yeah, just something to do, man. I'm 74, I'm just eking along here and trying to keep my health and sanity at the same time. Maybe I'm insane, who cares? It's my sanity to lose, I guess. But having said that, so that's kind of where I'm at, and I thought I'd do this video, and we'll see where it goes. Nothing may change, because when you start talking about those numbers, the reality is somebody's got to come up with that. Okay, and I'm not doing a note, no notes. No, I'm not going to hold any quote paper, so to speak. Nope. You can either get financing and bring me the cash, or just cash would be fine. No, we don't do notes. I did that one time. I sold a piece of property on a contract for deed. It worked out all right, but it was a few little headaches in there, because a few times they were late, and my recourse, of course, was to just take the property back, because it was a contract for deed, which I didn't. Could have a couple of times, because they got behind about 3 months. But anyway, it all worked out, and they finally paid the property off, and I gave them the deed, and that was the end of that. But it was, people have issues, and so you don't want to get caught up in them. But yeah, this is a beautiful area to live out here in the summers. I don't know about the winters. It depends. If you're from up north, where it really gets cold, this would probably be nothing. You could live here year round and love it. They don't get hardly any snow. I don't think they have a snow plow. They may have a snow plow that clears the road going to Ruidoso, but other than that, I don't even know if they need it in here. But having said, oh, I got the visible wireless working. I had to reset the APN, whatever that is. But yeah, they sent me the steps to do it, and I did it, and it worked. That's the end of that. Never talked to a human being. It wouldn't have made any difference, you know, if I had talked to a human. You know, chat rooms, email works just as good at talking to a human. It just takes a little more time, I think. And that's the world we're going to, so you might as well get used to it. And I am. But yeah, as far as, you know, I've thought about other places I might want to hang my hat for a while. I don't know, I can't come up. I'd like to go find a place in Texas. You know, Alpine, Texas keeps coming up. But Alpine, Texas is a very remote area. You know, I'd like to be, you know, kind of the Kingsland, Texas area is not bad because, you know, if I want to go have lunch with my son once a month or every 2 months or whatever, I can. And then they come down for, you know, we meet at a place and burn it for Thanksgiving. It has a buffet. So, you know, that's all pretty neat. So I really don't want to move away. I don't want to leave Texas. I am a Texan after all, whatever that means. And, you know, it's just home for me. What I've thought about is, you know, get rid of this place out here in Capitan, take that money and just dump it into my home base in Kingston. You know, get another cover for the truck and, I don't know, plant me a garden or something, you know, just whatever people do, you know, and, you know, and then just maybe take some driving trips. You know, as far as getting another vehicle, I don't know that I would. For some reason, this Ram pickup is just me. You know, it's got 3 cup holders, plenty of ports and stuff to charge stuff, and you know, it gets about 24 miles a gallon, like doing this. So yeah, I'm just rambling on here, guys. But you know, so yeah, if any of y'all are thinking about getting you a spot to park an RV in the summer and you're living in the South, yeah, if you got $35,000 laying around, you can have it. Well, it's ready to go. It's all, I mean, everything's new. Am I anxious to sell it? Nope. No, if I can't get 35, I'll just keep it. The same way for that place in Kingston. If I can't get 50, I'll keep it. Why? Because you can't find places like that, man. And the one I got, you know, these are little diamonds in the rough. I mean, I looked for a long time to find those places, and then I polished them. So you don't get a diamond cheap. And it is cheap. You know, it's chump change. You know, a price of a nice car, or not even a nice car, but an average automobile, $50,000 in the U.S. That's about right, isn't it? Or in that range. I've looked at pickups that were 80. You know, crazy. So yeah, I'm not thinking it's a lot of money, but yeah, if I could, if I saw I got lucky or what not, or unlucky, depending on your point of view, and sold both places, what would I do? I don't know, something. Cross that bridge when I got to it. Probably go to Texas and stay in some state parks when they open up for a while until I found a place I wanted to relax and park. You know, there's no cool place well, the coolest place in Texas to live year-round, it would be the Alpine, Fort Davis, Marfa area of Texas. That's about as good a year-round climate as you're going to find in Texas. That's it, because the elevation out there is about 5,000 feet, goes up to 6, I think, Fort Davis, maybe about the same in Marfa. This place right here, this little town I'm in right now, Capitan, New Mexico, is 6,500 feet, and it's perfect in the summers. Yeah, because this morning it was like 42, and this is May the 14th, and there's Smoky's Country Market, and boy, that's a good spot there. You got everything you need, in my opinion, everything I need, and they also have that deli, and it's just home cooking. They just get the stuff off the shelf and cook it. It's not, you know, packaged food that they heat like McDonald's or some of these other places. And you know, and New Mexico is really going to drag behind on opening up as opposed to some of these other states. Why, I don't know. You know, it's a political thing. Apparently we've gotten into some politics now. You know, and is that unusual? No, not a bit. There's the Washateria on the right, and here's Mama Bear. She sold that place. I think they're supposed to close this month. I don't know how long this has gone on. Does it matter? No. No, we'll cruise around here a little bit. This is a great town, and then I'll come by my property and I'll show you for you guys that might be interested. Yeah, in fact, I'll drive by there now and then we'll continue. But yeah, I've got a for sale sign up. Why? Because I'm just testing the water to see if it's hot. You know what I mean? But yeah, I haven't done much work. Well, I've done a little bit of work here, but I've had a lot of work done. And see, that's another thing. You know, if you acquire you a little diamond somewhere, getting stuff done, small jobs, is damn difficult. You know, even in Kingsland at my home base there, to get those little old jobs done, like the road and that concrete slab, you know, and electrical work and plumbing work, you know, you just got to be lucky, man. See, I'll pull over here. I'll show you. I'll let you see the deal. But you know, if you had an RV, big old fifth wheel or motorhome or whatever, Class C, A, B, whatever. Yeah, these storage buildings are on the right, and here you come in. You see the for sale sign now. And yeah, the phone number to call me is 432-294-1460, or you can email me at rusty78609@yahoo.com. But I love this place, man. I mean, I really do like it, so I'm not anxious to sell it. So don't even dream about lowballing me or, you know, trying to give me reasons why I should sell it cheaper, because I don't need to sell it. See, there was a time many years ago when I had properties, little acreage here and there, that every now and then I had to sell them, and that's not a good position to be in whenever you're trying to move some property. If you have to sell it to get some money quickly, you're going to take a beating. Because people lowball you, you know, these smart people out there that buy and sell real estate, they know how the game's played, you know, and so be that as it may, that's the way that is. I talked to a school teacher here today in Capitan. She was helping with some kind of school lunch program, and she'd been a teacher for 43 years. She just retired, and she said, this is really sad, you know, because I'll show you something here that kind of, it really makes me sad, man. Because this is just a little town, but this is just one small example of what's going on all over the world. But see, this school's closed. See, the elementary and the high school are all kind of right here in this one spot. This is Capitan Elementary, but I want you to look as we turn here. You see all those hearts on the doors and windows there? That's when they closed the school. That was Valentine's Day this year. You know, they closed it right during that Valentine's period. And yeah, to me, it looks like bones up there, you know. And I think about all these kids that normally would be running up down here playing games and laughing and patting, you know, chasing Betty and Betty chasing Bill and all that stuff, you know, like kids do, and all that's stopped, you know, and now these kids, they're going to be off for 5 or 6 months before school starts again in September, or about then in the U.S. And you know, like the teacher said, you know, it's going to take a good while to get them cranked up again, because you know, once you're in that learning mode, that rhythm of, you know, school, or you know, whatever, it's kind of hard to start it up again. And these kids, you know, they're scattered all over. You know, there's some that live out here out in the country, a few live in town, and so you don't see any of them congregating and doing things because, well, I guess they can't now. That quote social distancing. I'm not too excited about that either. But anyway, we're just going to take a drive. I'm going to ramble, but yeah. Yeah, you know, change, you know, a lot of people don't like change. I'm not too excited about it myself in some ways, but I do it a lot. Why? Because that's just the way I am. You know, that's it. That's all I can tell you. And I've been like this for many, 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 many years. Many years. You know, once I've conquered something and done it, I'm ready to move on, you know. Yeah, I've got that diamond polished, you know, again, but you know, of course, you know, both the places I have, you know, I've got them set up to go to my son when I pass away, or whenever that is. Hopefully there's no hurry on that. But, you know, so does it bother me? No. I can continue just what I'm doing, or I can go to Texas whenever I choose to and start going to some state parks and do that for the summer, even though it's 140 degrees. Do I care? No. Actually, the amazing thing about getting older, at least for me, is that I tolerate heat a lot better than I do cold. I do. And some of you snowbirds will attest to that, I guarantee you, because a lot of snowbirds come south in the winter for that reason, that you know, they just can't tolerate the cold like they did before. So before, that's the way you say it in Boston. And I'm gonna go up here and we're gonna let it, how long we let this go? I'll end it up here in a minute. I just thought I'd do a driving video. I got me a good sody and killing time. Nice day. Temperature right now 71 degrees. And I tell you what I looked at some Jeeps, you know, 2-door and 4-door Jeeps, just on the internet. And then, of course, that one teacher had a 4-door I was looking at today when I was talking to her. And the only downside I found for them, maybe there's others, is that they're really not geared for taking trips in because there's a lot of wind noise in the vehicle. It's got a lot of wind and road noise. So that'll probably be, my pickup's fine, man. This is the greatest thing since fried chicken. You know, it'd be hard for me to change. I was going to upgrade to a V8. Why? I don't know. Thought that was what I was supposed to do, I guess. Actually, what it was, they were really happy, and they still are. They've got such good deals going on because there's nobody buying that you can pick up a pretty good deal. Now, let me turn here. I'll go down this street a little ways and find a place to stop in the video. It's kind of run on. This is called Main Road, even though it has nothing to do with Main Street or Main anything. It winds around and comes out on Highway 380. We just turned off Highway 48, and you can cut through here over to Highway 380 if you know which turns to make. Otherwise, you're going to end up going in circles. I mean, yeah, why I did it. I know I'm smacking on ice. I was going to pull in right there and end the video. I guess I won't now. Let me pull over here. I don't mean to pull in somebody's driveway, but I'm going to pull up right here and stop. Anyway, guys, from Capitan, New Mexico, on a nice day, this is Rusty78609 saying, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all my videos. I appreciate it. Doesn't cost you a penny. Drink plenty of water. Oh, you also use the PayPal thing if you choose to. Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk. Keep your health. And make life an adventure, man. You know, of course, I'm retired and I can do that, and I've got a fixed income from Social Security. So there's a lot of things I can do that a lot of other people can't, you know, because I've got the money coming in from Social Security every month. And so that's a big plus. But anyway, yeah, stand guard at the door of your mind, you know, accentuate the positive, and yeah, just, you know, there's nothing wrong with planning things, you know, or dreaming. I mean, I think dreams are great. You know, people that don't dream ought to be putting a rest home, or maybe they are. Maybe that's why they're in a rest home. Anyway, guys, adios, bye-bye.